Alola versus Kamiii. 2 minutes on prediction. Go ahead, put your points in, folks. They are in. Let's jump right into it. And here we are into the match. The first band coming up, Valorant already from Kamiii, Tilkin from Alola. Again, both of them are. I mean, Kamiii is mid range to be honest, but Alola is fully aggressive, doesn't really care, just gonna go aggressive. Show all the aggression that Alola has. Mushuk and Banshee start. Nothing really counters Mushuk that. Sorry, that counters Banshee that Mushuk does not cover. So let's see how this goes. The start is looking quite okay for both sides to be honest, if you ask me. Mushuk, Banshee, Wolfie and Banshee. So Mushuk is definitely not staying there, but what comes in on that slot so far looks really bad because Saipat does not want a plague on its face. Madrid does not want a plague on its face. So let's see. Mushuk, Banshee, Banshee, Wolfie. This looks still a bit bad because that Mushuk is gonna have a problem because if let's just say for example a plague comes in, what wants to swap on that slot? Mix does not want to come in there, it will get trapped. Saipat does not want to come in there because it will take a big plague. Bun Bun does not want to come in there as well. It is a bit of a tricky situation for Alola here at the start itself. Let's see how this goes. I mean, I have a feeling it's gonna be tough, but Kame deciding with the swap, playing it a bit safe. Auto Tommy Gary coming in. Wolfie is gonna do the plague on the Mushuk spot, I hope at least, is what I was thinking. Let's see if it is that or not. And indeed it is. The mix is trapped in now with the Garyo, with the Wolfie, the Swordex ready, mix trapped. Neutrality Banshee with Hypnoxia, but it is actually an air specialist. As I said before, Alola is known for his trickery with the names, trying to confuse your opponent. He names a Banshee neutrality but turns out to be air specialist. He likes to play around with all the casters and everyone else to make fun of them. Alola special. Alola special neutrality Banshees, they do 10% more wind damage because they are specialists as well apparently. Let's see, Wolfie, Tornado should probably go down. Well, Garrier should still be able to wipe it off, I believe, with the Stonewall, or is it? Yeah, indeed it was, and that will be enough to wipe it off. He knew Mix would come and his Wolfie wouldn't be able to kill it. Well, that's the thing, to be honest, if you see. I mean, that is still smart. Kami is playing this very smart right now. If he was alive, he could have done a lot because nobody wanted to take Plague on. Nobody wanted to take Plague on this team. Bun Bun and Saipat, they don't want the Plague. Now the problem is, Kami needs to understand this Bun Bun needs to be dealt with. If not, the ultimate combo is still there. I mean, Alola, I don't know if he's running that combo or not, but if I see a Banshee and a Madrid on same team, I at least feel like the combo is there. Alright, this is looking really strong for Kami at this point because Bun Bun does not want to stay in with a Banshee, with the Oshiara. Bun Bun does not want to face an Oshiara. It's probably leaving already. Unless it wants to go full aggressive here. I don't even know if it gets to play a turn here because Aquatic Whirlwind is up and it is gonna hurt hard. So I think Mushuk might not be bad. Let's see. I was also thinking, guys. I'll discuss this after one. Let's see. Kami is good, but he sometimes gets to live and plays worse. I mean, I really think Kami is really good. It is just that he sometimes overthinks on situations and might get off track a little bit, but in the end of the day, he still does good. So let's go. Tsunami coming up. Mushuk was a safe swap, I said earlier. It was the only option he had. Gario taking that up like a champ, 47%. Let's go with the Earthbreaker coming in. I feel you. So Mushuk is looking quite decent here. Wastewater should be able to take that Oshiara down if required. Wastewater should take care of a Surnif if it comes in as well. I mean, not full damage, but still a lot of good chunk of damage, I believe. Real question is this a tireless Mushuk or is this actually a barrier Mushuk? So let us see. Cerberio's Wrath +1 special attack. I bet the Wastewater should take it down to at least 30%. There it goes. Barrier shown already. Okay, my bad. I probably missed it. So let us see. Gario. Nikosai is up now. So -1 speed. I believe again. We have seen this before and we are seeing this again. Kami intentionally doing the -1 speed so that it can be taken care of in the next turn. That Nikosai was turned useless once in the match earlier, but let's see if it can be done again. Yeah, Nikosai coming up. This is gonna hurt. Probably dead. Yeah. Cypad is really deadly when it gets to play its turns and stuff, but usually it just dies really quickly, to be honest, most of the times. I think he was predicting a Madrid swap, I think. That is what happened there. mean, let's see. Sernif and Banshee can do some work, but I don't think Mushuk is gonna be breaking by this. Mushuk can still take care of this. But Mushuk needs to come in after the Banshee is dealt with. So yeah, Banshee is the prime focus right now. If Banshee dies, then he can win this match easily. I think Beta Burst would have done more damage, right? Than Tornado on Banshee. Well, this Bun has to get some work done. It has to be fast to get the work done. Crystal Dust coming up. Is this Banshee gonna die? And it does not, which means the Bun is gonna be going at least to half HP, if not full. Ooh. And that is a clean kill right there. That Bun cannot carry anymore on this match. That Banshee really had to die on that turn, to be honest. Since it did not, it is gonna be a GG. Alola with a great start, but could not keep it up. So let's get into match number 2. This is a quick ban right here. Tilkin and Valorant are quickly banned on both sides. Mushuk picked up again by Alola really quickly. Alola seems to really like the Mushuk. He does not want to leave the Mushuk alone. I mean, it's fair enough. It deals with a lot of stuff from the other team. It can deal with the Wolfie, it can deal with the Wallash, Gario. It can also deal with Oshiera and actually Sernif as well. Banshee is the only problem that he has with the Mushuk. Tulkan, of course, but Tulkan is banned, so that's fine. This looks like a strong start this time, at least for the first two for Alola, because if Mushuk is swept out, then Banshee is dead from the Amphitheater, but it's all about, does Kamiii decide to stay in with the Banshee, or does Alola decide to stay in with the Mushuk? Which one of them is gonna do the risky play and stay and take the gamble here? Is the question on turn 1. It's gonna decide a lot as well. Let's see, the ban is being looked out by Kamiii right now. I would personally go with the Cypad. It's not that bad of a ban, but Sernif and Wolfie can probably take care of it, to be honest. But maybe Kamiii goes with it. Let's see. Cypad being banned, as I said, so I guess for Alola, I would go with either Gialis or Oshiera. Oshiera is actually taken care of, to be honest. Certainly for Gialis maybe should be good. Because Size Munch is still up, Madrid is still up. Gialis for the 4x weaknesses on Madrid, and certainly for the Size Munch. So Gialis is the ban here that we have. Sernif being picked up pretty quickly. Wallash coming in. Madrid and Sajmanch, or is it gonna be a mix? Alright, so it is gonna be a Sajmanch coming in. Where is Ofan right now? He's not the only cool kid in the town playing Sajmanch. Alright, is this semis or finals? This is semi-final number 2. Kamiii versus Alola. Kamiii 1-0. Grand final will be right after this. Ulek is waiting in the grand finals, waiting for either one of these participants to go up. So far we have GTR and Mushuk in the field, ready to fight a Wolfie and a Banshee. Someone has to back out and it's gonna be either the Banshee or the Mushuk. And it really depends on who stays in and takes the risk of staying in while doing damage, because potentially Alola can stay in, it won't take much damage on the Mushuk. Amphitheater actually backing out, I did not expect that. That was the last time I was thinking that would back out, but let's see. So Walash coming in and Mudred is already in. That was a really smart swap then. But Bun taking heavy damage there. Wolfie still alive. This Bun is possibly dead before it can do anything. Unless Banshee decides to come in again and the Crystal Deluge goes online on the Walash, I believe. So Crystal Deluge might be good, but at what cost are we talking about here? At what cost are we talking about a Crystal Deluge here? Is this a swap that we were waiting for? I don't think so, but let's see. I mean, Mushuk is looking fine for doing another uppercut on Walash, to be honest, if it really wants to do it. They're taking their time to think. Mushuk is pretty comfortable right now unless a Banshee comes in from anywhere. Mushuk should be pretty comfortable. But he decides to swap the Mushuk instead for a Banshee. Crystal Deluge, as I said, comes right in. That Walash is sleeping for another 3 turns. Bun gets another turn to play here. He's actually not dying right away. Wolfie decided to go for the other slot and Alola still in the game. That Bun is still alive. It's still gonna stay. Crystal Deluge is 5 ultra prior now. It can go first because of Banshee being in here. I have a feeling Tornado is coming up. This is gonna be rough maybe because of that one mistake. Maybe it's... Yeah, this is looking rough. This is looking rough. Tornado can definitely go first. And considering it's a Alola, we know it's gonna be fast. And Salt Stream is of course an option, but it will wake up the Walash. So Kamiii decides to swap the Walash out for an Oshiara so he can deal with the Mudred later on. Tornado coming up, that Wolfie is dead. This Bun plays another turn. Dust Vortex coming up. The plan was to kill. The Deluge is up again. Is Oshiara gonna be faster than the Deluge is the question. Sadly, we know Kamiii is not playing full aggro, full speed. He is a mid-range player. Maybe he does not have the speed to match up with this Bun. Bun, by the way, has the 4th highest speed, if I'm not wrong, 95 base speed, while Ukama Gialis and which was the 3rd one on sitting on 100. Then Amphitheater is 110. So yeah, Bun is 95. Oh, Oshiara is the 3rd one. I completely forgot. Yeah, Oshiara, Gialis and Ukama. Oshiara, Gialis, Ukama 100 speed, 110 Amphitheater, and then 95 Bun. So if it is not maxed out, if that Oshiara is not maxed out and this Bun is, the Crystal Deluge will go first and it is gonna make him go to sleep. So let us see what is there here. Is it gonna be a Whirlwind that goes first, or no, it's gonna be a Deluge. That certainly goes to sleep. Oshiara still alive, can play if she wants to, but let's see. And a Rat coming up from Oshiara. Does a good chunk of damage to Banshee, but does Banshee really care? I know the speed. Alright, sounds good. Luke. Luke knows now. Luke is checking out here. Well, that Surnif is gonna sleep too much. Played Alola too much in ladder. I feel you, but that Surnif is gonna sleep another 2 turns. Aquatic Whirlwind up. But does he go first is the question again. Does he go first? Does he go first? My guess would be it is lower than Banshee, so that Emanip goes first and then the Deluge, the combo that I was speaking about, but we don't know yet. We don't know what Alola is spicing up in the kitchen. This is looking really tough for Kamiii, but he can easily make it back if that Surnif dies. Sorry, if that Surnif lives. Surnif takes care of the size much for him. Walash takes care of the Banshee, but yeah, he needs stuff to start killing. It's gonna be a problem otherwise. I think uppercut into Surnif would be a smart idea next turn maybe. Or even this turn because Walash comes in. Actually a Banshee, huh? Aquatic Whirlwind going first, so I guess that that Banshee is dead. And so is Oshiara, I believe. And uppercut actually, yep. Killing up that Oshiara down. Tough spot again. Banshee versus Mushuk. Amphitheater possibly coming up to give the clutch. And remove that Banshee from the field. There we go. Now the real question again. Banshee has 2 options. It's gonna be a 50-50. Does Banshee do an air attack for Mushuk? Or does Banshee do a mental attack for the Size Munch? Or does she just swap out? Because if she stays there, she's dying. But before dying, what does she do? Is the question. Kamiii in a really tough spot right now. He's cornered right now. He has to make a choice. That Walash is looking at the Amphitheater as well pretty heavily. Everything counters everything. Mushuk counters Walash. Walash counters Amphitheater. Amphitheater counters Banshee and Banshee counters Mushuk. This is like a... how do you call it? A cowboy fight kind of thing? I forgot the word for it. Where you have 1 bullet in all the guns and you have to fire each other down. Mexican roulette, right? Or is it something like that? But Kamiii staying in. The ballsy play right there. Mushuk going down. Standoff. This is gonna be a Mexican standoff. I think that's the word. So Kamiii decided to stay in with the Banshee in front of Amphitheater. That's called a balls deep play. And actually reading it as well, not doing a crystal spike but a ninja jutsu there instead. So now we are back on square one, I guess. We have a monkey, we have an Amphitheater, Walash and Walash and Banshee looking strong now in this spot, to be honest. But Banshee is gonna get deleted if it stays there. I think Banshee might swap out, and no it does not. It goes to attack the Size Munch right up. Reactive Wild coming up. Sharp stabs on that GTR, doesn't do enough. Thunder Strike, that Banshee is deleted bird. No way you live that, so sadly done for the day. Walash again taking that up. Wreck coming in. Is this gonna be enough? And no it is not. Still living. It is indeed true that Walash had aloe vera in this. I guess that's Kamii's way of dealing with stuff. I guess he really hates those Mushuks. He does not want to deal with them. But yeah, it is a physical Walash. It is the one with aloe vera. How is this match gonna go? So that plague will finish it off. It's gonna be Cernif versus the world, and we know how this ends very well, folks. It ignored the size much for a turn. Oh wait, it's reactive wild right now, so yeah, attacking it would not make much sense, but this is a rough turn again because Amphithea's Plague will go first. It can exhaust the Cernif, and if it does a Water Cutting Lily on top of it, it's gonna be rough. Does Alola have enough stamina for a Bright Beam is the question. If it does, without overexerting, it can still live another turn. But it goes with the Plague, it goes with the Dim Mak as well, I believe, right now. I think Uppercut right now would be good, Dim Mak next turn, and no Dim Mak this turn. I really think it should have been an Uppercut or something, and Dim Mak next turn would have been good, because the 3 prio is important. Oh wait, the stamina. Oh my bad, yeah, the exhaust. The exhaust. The exhaust. Alright, Alola will be taking that away. So we are not yet done with the semi-finals. 1-1 for both. Kamiii is a ballsy player with the Water Cutting Lily. But with that being said, let's go back into the action. Alola versus Kamiii. Match number 3. What do we have here? Got too many of them, need to offload. I see how it is. Alright, Banshee coming in. Amphitheater again being the first pick. Mushuk again. This is the same start we have been seeing from Alola, I think, for consistent 3 matches now. This is the 3rd match. If I'm not wrong, Mushuk was always there in the first 2 for Alola. He is really a mushroom man, I believe. Wants to make history with it. The real question is, will he make history? We shall find out, I guess. No one is playing Tireless Mushuk anymore. The nerf was too harsh. I mean, let's be honest, people are still playing it with 43 speed. It's a scuffed one, but less people are playing. It's just the barrier is a bit more consistent and you can't argue on it, right? It's just giving a bit more of a consistent value. Like Tireless is still good, but I don't know. The best way to say it is you have to spend extra money to play that trait, you know. You would rather just play a perfect barrier because you can use that in future as well. But the tireless will be, again, you need to change again when they make any changes or level cap increases, you know. Sadly, it is how it is and we can't really change much of it. We just have to adapt with how the game goes and keep going. Alright, let me quickly take a look at what we have here. So Walash, Banshee, Mushuk, and Amphitheater. So Amphitheater can take care of the Banshee, Mushuk can take care of the Walash, but Banshee can take care of Mushuk again. Wait, hold on, I think I've seen this scenario before. This is the same scenario. We are in the standoff again. Who's gonna stay? Who's gonna back out? Last time we saw it going in Kamii's way because he decided to keep the Banshee in. But I don't think Kamiii is fool enough to do it again. They are all threatening each other. Who is gonna stay? This is a standoff. Let us see what happens and who stays. So there's one that is already backing out right there. Monkey comes in. Banshee goes out as well. Wolfie comes in, so that's an interesting read if Kamiii thought of it already. And a base jump on that size much ensures that it is dead next turn from a plague. This was really good from both sides. Not much damage done as thought. Nothing is dead. Looks like a balanced turn. But Wolfie is looking threatening here. Let's see. Do we have any possible swaps right now? Again, Cipanku does not want to come in on a Wolfie. The plague hits really hard on that. So Walashi is being swapped here for Alex, which is I believe the Garyo Auto Tommy. Garyo seeing a lot of plays. Every single time he's been blocking. Oh, the wreck completely blocked and Alola got played over there pretty hard. Team elusive. So it went on Garyo and Garyo completely ate it. That wreck was completely eaten alive. Not a single inch of damage coming out. Kamiii is rocking that Garyo right now pretty hard. Let's be honest, that was pretty good. But this Amphitheater is now looking strong on the field. Can take care of the Garyo. Mushuk can keep the Wolfie in the check. But KG is looking ready. And I don't think that Autotomy is going out of here anywhere. Neither is Wolfie. Wolfie can actually go because of the team elusive. But yeah, I think swapping Wolfie with Banshee might be a good idea right now. Because Mushuk will be caged in then. And Banshee can take care of Mushuk. But the problem is Amphitheater is standing right here. He is gonna thunder and kill that Banshee as well. So right now everything is looking in Alola's favor in some way, shape or form. He's looking in a really good spot. But that wreck dodge was pretty good. Let's see how Kamiii pilots this. There was no cage, so that is one thing. Plague coming on that Banshee. No cage was really interesting. I really expected that, but maybe he does not have it. Uppercut should be enough to wipe the Wolfie off the map. Banshee is supposed to be taking a lot this turn if it stays here. Even though it can kill the Mushuk, but it is gonna die for that sacrifice. There is a good chance that they run Tenderness, right? Or maybe even Turbo Choreography. I've been seeing some crazy people do that again. Again, let's see. So Plague again going in on the Walash. I believe he is gonna go for the Walash all in. The Tornado coming up on Mushuk. This is the second time. This is the second time that Kamiii got away with keeping a Banshee against an Amphitheater and not taking an electric attack. I assume just because Alola thought that Banshee will swap out. Is it Kamiii making all the greedy plays, or is just Alola underestimating that Banshee? Or just underestimating Kamiii in general? This is the second time he pulled it off, that Banshee is staying there instead of swapping. But let's see how it goes from here onwards. I think... This is fine. So this was the second time the bait was there and Alola didn't take it. It was clean kill, but I can understand why not, because he would expect a swap there. It's a clear bait, but sadly Kamiii is not playing it off the rules. He's just being very smart with his attacks and everything, to be honest. Manip. Oh, that iPad might live by just a little bit. Kamiii is playing this very smoothly, I would say, gliding through the match so far with all the swaps and reading it. So basically, I think the plan was to play Emanip the goat, so that if it does plague, it should still be in the OX ranges kind of thingy, or at least low on stamina, burn the stamina. So Kamii's Surf is back in. I guess Kamiii does not believe in amphitheaters and shit for the plagues and stuff. He's the OG Surnif water cutting lily thing. But can this do enough in this match right now? Because that Banshee looks like someone who's just gonna slap right now or right away. The Surnif is gonna attack with the water cutting lily, I'm pretty sure. Otto Tommy Gary is more than happy to jump in. Let us see how it actually goes though. They are taking their time. I think that Psypad is dead before it even moves. Surely it has Nico Psy up, but is it really fast enough to take both or just go first? I don't think so. And swapping it is just gonna give more momentum away to Kamiii. This looks like a really rough time or turn for Alola, but as I said, Water Cutting Lily goes first, is gonna wipe out the... Okay, I guess he didn't go for the Psypad, so I guess he prioritized the mix and got it down. Fair enough, that is good enough for target that's gone, so now nothing to worry about. That Psypad is sitting on 4% HP, Toxic King going in. Quite a decent chunk of damage, but I think that doesn't do much anymore after this point, right? Does it make a difference? It's gonna be very close, but I think Kamiii has this, but the problem is Amphitheater kills everything other than the Surnif. So if somehow this Surnif lives, it's gonna be a problem, but if the Surnif is gone, then Amphitheater can take care of Banshee in one shot and take care of the Gario as well. Banshee, I think, did overexert, if I am not wrong. I may probably not actually. It was only 2 turns, right? So I have no... yeah, I don't think it did. Because 8% means probably recovered some of it, but not all of it. So I don't think it did. Maybe Emanip this turn on Psypad would just be enough. Nope, the Ninja Jutsu coming in, and that Gario goes a little bit more down. Plague will wipe it up. And Emanip to close that Psypad out. So now it definitely did overexert. Now sadly, I think double Thunder Strike is gonna clean this match up. There is very less of a chance that Kamii's Surnif actually lives this Thunder Strike. But I think Bush is up already, and Bush might be a turn saver here. The stamina is the name of the game right now. Whoever has more stamina or plays with stamina is gonna be, you know, Doing good. So let's see what is the plan here. Is Alola just gonna attack the Banshee, play it safe? Or is he gonna go for Surneef and risk a bush maybe stopping him? Both of them are taking the time to think. It's really close. It's a matter of fact if the bush goes first or not, if it is about Surneef, but let's see what is the plan here. Banshee needs to die as well because once Emanip starts happening, so Thunder Strike goes on the Surneef and it is faster, but it just killed barely. It was going so slow. It is a GG, guys. Overexerting the amphitheater, but it will be a GG. Banshee, I do not believe, can carry this match for Kamiii. The Thunder Strike is gonna come in. It is gonna be a wiper. Very, very well played by Kamiii, but in the end, Alola's speed actually came in handy for him. I'm not sure if Kamiii pressed bush over there or not, but there is no way to find out unless he answers later on. So we will see, we can ask him later on if it was a bush that he pushed and still went afterwards, so it was maybe a slow Surneef, not a full speed one. I mean, of course, nobody plays Surneef full speed, but that's another thing, another story. But with that being said, looks like this match is close to an end. Thunderstrike is gonna clean it up. GG for Alola, congratulations for going into the finals. Let's jump into that. After a few minutes of a break, let's go. Congratulations again, Alola, going straight into the grand finals with Fulik. Fulik versus Alola.